Our next act, change of pace. She's a little bit newer to comedy than some of the other comedians on tonight, so it's probably one of her biggest gigs yet, which is very, very exciting for her. But you wouldn't really know it because she's very confident. She might not feel the type, but anyway. When I speak with her, my whole life flashes before me, and I really wish I had my 20s over again. I would be more like her because she's just fantastic. So another big, huge, warm welcome, which you're so good at, ladies and gentlemen, Nellie Ryan.
Hello. How's everyone tonight? That's good. So, I've never been to St Helens before, and I knew I was at St Helens when I was in the car ride up here, and I heard the radio host go, yeah, that was a lovely song. If you're in town, why don't you head down to Eric's garage sale and just go grab something. And I was like, didn't even fucking say his address. Is Eric here tonight? Is he out? He is! No way, that's crazy. I was about to say, shit, garage sale, you're all here. So, I've written some jokes about anxiety, but I'm a bit worried you guys won't like them. With my anxiety, I was like, well, maybe I'll ask them, raise your hand if you also have anxiety. And then I was thinking, the people with anxiety probably are anxious about raising their hand because they have anxiety. Yeah. So I recently got diagnosed with GAD, the old generalised anxiety disorder. Lucky me. And I was diagnosed, and my anxiety comes out in the weirdest, strangest ways. Like, for example, when I'm watching porn. Girls masturbate too, it's okay. I saw some kids right in front of me, just right here. My biggest nightmare is going to be kids in front of me. God. I'm really sorry about this guy's education in St Helens today. My nightmare. Okay. I'll go. So I'll get home from a really hard day of work, and I'll do what all the usual girls do. I'll skip past the blowjob and get to the good stuff. And then what happens is Paul chimes in. Paul's what I call my anxiety. He's not just some middle-aged man watching you masturbate in the corner. Yeah. So Paul will be like, Nellie. Like, what? But what would happen? See that little share button? What if you accidentally pressed that? I'm like, oh my god, Paul. What if I pressed it? So now all I'm doing is staring at the share button. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's back. So I'm looking at the share button. I'm like, how counterintuitive is that? Who puts a share button when you're watching porn? It's like antidepressants. And one of the side effects of antidepressants is depression and suicidal thoughts. Cut me a break. I mean, who's watching porn and thinks, you know who else would enjoy this? My friends and family. Otherwise, my anxiety will come out, which for everyone is when you're trying to go to sleep at night. I'm sure lots of people experience that. And Paul will chime in and go, Nellie, Paul, what? And he'll go, remember that time in the tea room, Ian walked past today and he said hi instead of hello? And I'll be like, no, Paul, that's fine. And he'll be like, okay, well, remember that time in grade 6 and you farted during prayer and everyone started calling you Smelly Nellie? Oh, you're right, Paul, I'm such a cunt. Oh, such a cunt. Yeah, anxiety, she's a bitch, she is. I remember when I had my first ever panic attack, my anxiety attack. I was in Thailand, great place to be, while you're having a panic attack. And I was just watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas, something you can relate to, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I'm getting really nervous, what am I going to do? My friend's like, let's just go to the hospital. I'm like, okay. So, wearing my dressing gown, in the tuk-tuk, which little car. And the tuk-tuk driver can visually see that, I'm crying, I think I'm dying, but he still goes, so how's your night going? And so big is my fear of disappointing someone else that I was like, yeah, man, it's pretty good. How you doing good up to me with a wheelchair, and I'm like, oh God, okay. Get in the wheelchair, my friend and me start going down the corridor, and the waiting area, it's just packed. I mean, like, to the brink. This Thai man, his blood spurting out of his arm, and I just remember thinking to myself, like, fuck, did I leave the towel warmer on? Then we get into the waiting room, and the doctor takes one look at me. She goes, yep, and she walks out. And, I didn't know what that meant, so I looked at my friend, I started crying, my friend started crying, my friend called my mum started crying, and then I do what any sane person would do. I grabbed my phone and started writing my eulogy. I did. You've all done it. Don't fuck with me, you did. Okay, so I wrote down my funeral song, which is Mariah Carey, My Heart Will Go On.
Sorry to interrupt, Nellie. You're doing a really good job. Here's another microphone.
Thank you. It's clean. I didn't want a bit of COVID in St Helens, so it would spread really fast too, wouldn't it? Yeah. So I was really anxious. I started writing my eulogy. Who can come to my funeral? Who can't come to my funeral? And the doctor walks back in, and I go, "Doctor, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever it is." She hands me something, and I look at it, and it's like, "Is that a paper bag?" She goes, "Yeah." Just hands it to me and start breathing in, and I'm like, oh my God, this is all it was. It was just a panic attack. And then the nurses start laughing, and I look at them and I go, okay. And they say this beautiful saying. They said, "Pon si cool," which we found out later roughly translates to "white girls be crazy." Thank you so much for having me, guys. Tonight.